Hey, it's Rachel with Usborne Books and More. I have plenty of new titles to show you, so let's get started. First of all, for those babies who are needing tummy time or any other fun stuff like that, on the farm there's also a numbers one as well. Check it out. Fully pulls out. You've got black and white on the front, and you've got color on the back. You can read it as a story, or you can go ahead and just have that fun special tummy time for them. And the black and white contrast is just absolutely perfect for them to start identifying pictures and words as well. If you are feeling brave and you're out and about, you've got a stroller or your car seat or whatever it may be, we've got our cute little stroller books. This is number 3 or 4 actually in the series. They can clip on. If you don't want this there, feel free to take it off. It's a Velcro detachable. Easy. All right, as they start moving and getting a little older and they start getting into textures, take a look at the That's Not My series. There are about 30 of these in that series. So this is one of the newer ones. That's Not My Fox. We've got Hedgehog, Squirrel. But as you go through, you'll see this cute little mouse who's telling you how each animal on these pages is not his. It's full of textures here and great adjectives to start introducing your little one to. And then at the end, you'll see why this particular one is the one that he's looking for. This one's the one that belongs to him. We have a new series out. It's the Little Red Penguin. There's colors, numbers, 4 in here. You can see that they are little flaps. They are quite sturdy. Okay. If you're nervous about flaps, take advantage of our 50% replacement policy. We can tell you more about that. Sorry about the glare. But simple little books that just kind of introduce basic topics as they go through and starting to already build more vocabulary. One of our favorite new ones that I absolutely love is the Illustrated Alphabet. This is a gorgeous keepsake, so one that you could even give as a present. Here's the front of it, and you can see every single one of these letters is just beautifully illustrated. They have just paid a lot of great attention to the detail in here. And it comes with a cute little bookmark as well, so in case you read a couple letters a night or you want to just mark your spot, you're good to go. That's going to be a beautiful keepsake. All right, moving on, I do want to show you a few fantastic new picture books. This is our latest, and it does come with a little plush as well, so if you want to get that, feel free. This cute little story is about Nibbles, cute little monster who escapes, and he likes to go into everybody else's stories. So you'll see, he loves books, he goes through, and you find him in stories like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You'll find him in Jack and the Beanstalk, and so on. But it is just a delightful little book. And it's sure to become our next bestseller. All right, moving on. If you're familiar with Dirty Dinosaur, this is the newest, A Hungry Dinosaur. The great thing about this, the illustrator actually used cocoa and flour and sugar in the illustrations. If you recall in the Dirty Dinosaur, she actually used the mud when depicting these. So this is a great one for a read aloud and just fun words to get kiddos moving and grooving. One of our other favorites is Animally. This is a sweet one filled with adverbs. Great for adoption stories, great for graduation stories. People can just write their little comments inside here. But just a real sweet book about how everyone is loved and the different adverbs that go with it. Just whimsical and beautiful. So that's another fantastic one. If you're familiar with Eric Odie, he is the author of Dan the Taxi Man. This is his newest, Too Many Tomatoes. And just a sweet story about how they are made, where they can be sold, where you would see them, out and about in town. I'll have you look at a couple more of these illustrations here. Sorry. But this is just a cute, fun story, just on the couch or even just reading in bed. And just the fun of tomatoes. All right, my 4-year-old's favorite so far is the Who's Ready to Play. You will see in here many different animals with a question posed on top. So for instance, this one, who is upside down? And you study those animals, you're going to see who is upside down. The animals have stayed the same in the same position, but something else has changed about them. So as you go through on each page, there's a new question being posed, And the kiddos have to really study the pictures to see what is different. This has become another one of our favorites as well. If you have a kiddo who's starting to get a little bit older and wanting to do more kind of reading, Farmyard Tales is a fantastic one. It also comes with a CD, but this is one that we also call a dual reader. So if you will see, there's text on top and bottom. This is about first grade text, first grade level, and second grade level on the bottom. And you can actually read it just across the top, which makes perfect sense as a story if you're looking for a quick one, or you can read it all together if you'd like for a longer story. But there are plenty of stories in here. I think 20 stories in all, illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, so there's always going to be a little yellow duck to find on each page, which also makes it another fun one to do in bedtime or just sitting on the couch cuddling. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a few other books that are fantastic for just kind of read-alouds as they're getting a little bit older and more confident. Muddle and Match is fantastic. I want you to look, there are 3 segments here. If you have an alliteration fan, these are great, fantastic books. This is the newest one, The Jungle. There's also Adventure, a couple other titles, so check those out. But you can mix and match the type of animals that are here. You can keep them the same. You can also just have fun little words here, but great for speech pathology and just kind of fun around the house as well. Another new one that's come out is I Want to Be a Lion Tamer. There's also another one, but this one focuses on animals and jobs that you could have with animals. So really sweet. There's dog walker, lion tamer, vet, a couple of other fun ones in there, and just getting your children a chance to kind of think about what they want to be and the other jobs that are available to them, and that they don't have to limit themselves, which is really great. All right, if you're familiar with our nonfiction series, they look like this. This is one of them, Pandas. There are, I don't know how many, 30 of them or so in this series as well, the cute little $5 ones. They also have Survival for the Oldest, and there's, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, Helicopters and Spies, all sorts in this series, and moving up as well. These are internet linked. So these are 3 that are popular, different series, all nonfiction. They have started now a new one for the youngers, which is actually the Young Beginners. So there are 2 in this, 2 titles that have come out. There will be more that will be released, but you can see that the text to picture ratio is a little bit less than what you would find in the other nonfiction books, and just enough to give them information that they really want to know and delve into. All right? All right, if you like the peek inside, the look inside, the see inside, here is the latest one that we have, Little Red Riding Hood. There are still beautiful cutouts and illustrations throughout. There are still some flaps that you will find, but just kind of taking a fun story that is familiar to us and turning it into just something just gorgeous. As I was talking about look inside, you can see here the flaps inside are a little different. These are great books for reluctant readers. My son, my oldest, is a reluctant reader, but he loved being able to just kind of read through little snippets here and there, not being intimidated, and he could flip pages as he wanted and go back, and you don't lose the storyline. So plenty and plenty of flaps throughout, just to make it exciting and fun and very engaging. And then one level up are the see insides. We have actually been studying anatomy. I have been with my kiddos, and so this has been very useful as we talked about digestive system. You can see some of the other ones that are in there. Talking about lungs, and I know the blood is in there. We talk about bones and muscles. All right. All right, if you have a kiddo that's into activities and they like to do things more like that, let's take a look. Our newest one is the Wipe Clean capital letters. We have lowercase, we have math. One of my daughters is enjoying the telling the time. There's some multiplication, and you can see inside Wipe Clean, so you can take them on the go anywhere, which is fantastic. These letters in here are based on stroke. So the same strokes, you keep the same concept going. And you just keep reusing it over and over, which is fantastic. These are great for restaurants as well. If you're heading out and about, they're great ones. If you like to have more workbooks, kind of with pencil and paper, here's a new one, Times Table Activity Book. You can take a look inside there. Okay. And then if you have more of the kiddo who kind of likes to do the I Spy stuff, these are great ones here, where you're looking for specific amounts of animals or whatever it may be. And going up to the older audience, this one I love. Where's Will? You're looking for William Shakespeare and his various plays as you look through. So this is for the older kiddos. I Spy doesn't have to just be for the young ones. And then if you have one who kind of likes to color or do things like that, these are fun, great pocket ones. Easter basket, perfect for inside there. We have a number of these, kind of these little pocket books, all right? If you have one that likes to draw, we've got our step-by-step. I definitely need this. I'm horrible at it, and these are right up my alley. They kind of help out considerably. All right. We also have coloring books. They are not just for kiddos. We have beautiful coloring books. There are so many from which to choose, at least 10 to 15. This is one of the examples that you can do. If you have a hands-on that likes to be more tactile, we've got paper planes, paper dragons. We also have origami. So what you are given, same thing applies for the paper airplanes. You have here directions, all right, on how to make whatever it is that you're doing. And then you are given an entire book of beautiful paper. So it's all here, all ready. You do not have to go searching for anything. Just grab and go. These are also great for Easter. If you're looking for smaller ones for Easter baskets, check it out. We have got logic puzzles. This is one of many for our older audiences. All right. And this is a great one if you have one who kind of likes to journal. A year in my life. They like to be on their own, kind of quietly doing their own thing. So older kiddos that you can attract as well. Make buildings. There's also the math book that is similar to this where you are doodling. But take a look. You have things to color. You have things to design. So for some of those kiddos who are not fond of quote-unquote math topics, you can give them things like this, and they're actually learning math without them even realizing it. All right. Excuse me. A few more titles I want to talk about briefly. Chapter books. If you've got a kiddo who's still in the picture book phase, but about ready for that chapter book, these are the newest that have come out, these Billy's Adventures. So still kind of like a picture book, but a little bit for a grown-up kiddo, I should say. You can also get the Billy B. Brown and the Hey Jack. These are just for the brand new beginners who are starting to read. You can see the words in there, all right? These, I can't get into all of them, but these are some popular ones around my house. We've got Fairy Ponies. We have EJ12, who's a superhero. Penny Dreadful, who gets into mischief, full of some fantastic words in here. Lots of great adjectives for them to look up. Higher level words. Anna Hibiscus, just a sweet story of a little girl who lives in Africa. And then for some of those reluctant readers, these are some fantastic ones because you can see that it's more kind of like a comic strip. The pictures are bright and vivid, so still a little bit more enjoyable. And then for the older audiences, we've got some here. Impossible Quest and The Sword. If you have questions about these, please just ask and we can give you more information about them. This has become my eldest son's one of his favorites, actually. There are 3 in this one, the Luke Challenger series, so check that out. All right, last but not least, just a couple more. If you are into kind of the nonfiction or something that's teaching, my first storybook is great for the brand new ones who are learning to write. They learn about characters, about setting, about what to say, kind of ways that you can make your story a little bit more fun and exciting, how you can have special endings to them. All right, so this is great for the brand new beginners. And then as they progress, you can get up into adventure stories. There's also comic books and a couple other things. So check these out. These are really great ones too, as great gifts as well. All right, if you need more references, we have got you covered. We've got thesauruses. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have encyclopedias. We have dictionaries. So don't hesitate to ask about our nonfiction and our references. These are some of our these are 2 of our newer titles. Coding for Beginners, you can check it out. Excellent. All right, and then this one, which I'm really excited about, the Shakespeare as well. All right, but a reference book. just about all sorts of things, how he came up with some of his plays, time, what time was like during his life. So if you have any questions at all about any of these books, do not hesitate to ask. We are here to help. Thanks so much.